Happy Monday, August 18th. We've got another MLB breakdown for you guys today, going over the entire slate. We have a good amount of games today, not a full 15-game slate. I think we have 14, including a doubleheader, which we're only going to be covering game one of, but we'll get into that. Before we do, though, I want to know in the comments, first of all, thank you guys all for being here on YouTube. Make sure you drop a subscription, a like, and a comment. I'd like to know in the comments how you guys have been doing, how your weekend went. And then kind of also let me know throughout the stream and throughout the video, like what plays you guys are going to take. I like seeing what everyone else is taking. Sometimes it inspires me to take it too. So let me know what you're taking in the comments because I really, really want to know. Let's get into it. Yesterday, I showed you guys in the rudebets.com Discord one of the analysts to go. His run was 62-10. He swept yesterday, 3-0, up to 65-10 run over his last 75 picks. 65-10 over his last 75 picks using rudebets.com. It works, man. The site works. Like, come join, come tail to goat. Rudebets.com, 25% off with your first month or week or 3 months or year, whatever you want. 25% off. Use code RUDE. The guy's on a generational heater. At this point, I don't even know what to say. There's nothing stopping him. 65-10 is crazy. This site right here on the screen is rudebets.com. Let's get into game one. Brewers versus Cubs. Actually, real quick, I do want to just quickly go over the 1 to 1,000 challenge here. So we are at day 71. Like I said, this challenge has gotten progressively harder, like insanely harder than it used to be. But today's actually a pretty good day for... sorry, one second. I'm tweeting this out. It's been a really good day today for this challenge. My gosh, I can't multitask to save my life. All right. I like this one today. The odds for home runs in general are pretty solid across the board because it's not a really good home run day, for being completely honest. Initial glance from me this morning when I was updating the site, not a really particularly favorable slate for home runs. So that is the 1 to 1,000 challenge slip. I know it isn't even plus 100,000 odds. It's close enough. It's like plus 92,000. Throughout the day, it probably will end up getting up there. But anyways, game one here, Brewers-Cubs, game one of a doubleheader of a 5-game series, the most important series of the season for both teams. It truly is the most important for both teams. Yo, Rolls, Royce, Stars, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I personally am leaning towards the Brewers today in this one at plus 100 as an underdog. They do have their bullpen available today. They'll have most of their good players playing. Obviously, no Jackson Chourio, no Rhys Hoskins. But Sal Frelick should be back in the lineup today. Andrew Vaughn, Yelich, Durbin should be back in. Terang should be playing. Perkins. None of what we saw yesterday. That lineup was trash. So I like the Brewers' chances today with Freddie on the mound going up against Cade Horton. Cade Horton's been really good. If we look at Cade Horton here on rudebets.com, you're going to see his home run rate is 1.4% better than league average per batter. So across an entire start, you're looking at 35% less home runs than an average pitcher would allow, which is very impactful. Strikeout rate's pretty average. Hits rate is a little bit better than average. Walk rate's a little bit better than average, but his runs per innings pitched is really good. If we look at Freddie, both have bad matchups for strikeouts. Freddie strikes out guys a lot more than league average. His home runs are similar to Horton, a little bit lower than league average. Doesn't allow that many hits. His walks are a bit of an issue. He's about average with walks, almost 9%. And then his runs per innings pitched is really good, 0.33 runs per innings pitched. So that tells me Freddie looks a little bit better than Cade today. But let's look at the actual team itself. Brewers plus 100. I like it. Yelich, decent pitch mix. Contreras is swinging a red-hot bat. I like both of these guys for hits, runs, and RBIs today. Sal Frelick should get on base, too. Sal's a pretty good, reliable guy to get one hit for you. In terms of who to actually take for props on the Brewers, it's kind of weird to say this about the number one team in the MLB based on record, but there's not really often guys you can take for props on the Brewers with a consistent hit rate. It's a different guy every day. It's a different guy that's producing every day. 2 days ago, the hero was Andrew Monasterio. You know what I mean? Day before that, it's Durbin. Today it could be Frelick, or a few days ago it was Ortiz. Yesterday was Contreras. It's a different guy every single day for the Brewers, so I don't really like taking them for home runs or hits, runs, and RBIs or total bases because it's always a different guy. For the Cubs today, Michael Busch, always a good option against Freddie. He likes that fastball. He did hit a home run off of him last game that they matched up. Michael Busch is always a good option for a home run against Freddie Peralta. Also, if you don't like him for home runs, then you probably like him for total bases or hits, runs, and RBIs. Regardless, the matchup for Michael Busch today is one that I would consider to be a good matchup for him. So let's see the weather here. We have a 9% boost. Yeah, could be an overall decent day for props. For hitters. Even though it's two really good pitchers, the weather in Chicago, if it's at all positive ever, balls can fly pretty easily. So, yeah, Michael Busch today is a solid option. PCA, I don't know, man. I feel like we've been chasing, well, I haven't been touching him, but I feel like people have been chasing PCA for a long time now with no result. So maybe today's the day. I mean, his probability is the second best on this team, 13% chance. I don't know that I love him for a home run today, but it could be a day you see him take that leap into getting a home run again because it's been quite a while. But once again, I can't say that I absolutely love PCA for a homer. Wouldn't say it's my favorite. Game 2, Cardinals-Marlins. Cardinals-Marlins here. Let's see. We got Miami minus 142. Wow, okay. Interesting. Cardinals are plus 120. Okay, so there's not really much on either side of this money line. Both sides are not really in the window of positive expected value here. Liberatore going up against Yuri Perez. Liberatore's been pretty solid this year. You look at these numbers right here. He's better than league average pretty much everywhere. Actually, yeah, literally every stat category except strikeouts. He's better than league average. And Yuri Perez, yeah, he's better than league average in every stat category. So, two good pitchers here. 7.85 total runs. I have this one being a slightly into the Marlins winning, but not enough to take the minus 142. For props against Yuri Perez, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 0, 1, 0. Pitch mix ratings. One of the most important metrics you're going to find on this screen, in my opinion. None of them look good. I look for a 5 and above to be interested. Pitch mix rating is a rating from 0 to 10 that measures how well the batter does versus the different types of pitches that the pitcher throws and how well that pitcher throws those pitches. Yuri Perez has an amazing fastball, and that's pretty much mostly what he throws. So none of these guys really compete too well against that fastball. So I can't say that I'm a huge fan of the Cardinals batters today. For the Marlins, I mean, come on, what are we doing here? No Kyle Stowers, he's hurt. That really does take a bite out of any sort of intrigue for the Marlins. Against lefties here, let's see how their batting averages are. Dane Myers has the best batting average versus lefties. 287. He's 1 for 1 versus Liberatore. Doesn't really hit for power, though. Pitch mix-wise, Liberatore's got a good changeup. Everything else is actually pretty average. I mean, his cutter's not good. But his other pitches are all pretty average here. Problem is these guys struggle against left-handed pitching. That's the real problem here. Yeah, I'd honestly probably stay away from this game. I don't really think there's a whole lot here. Up to you, though. If you want to go jump in rudebets.com and maybe you find something that you like, let me know in the comments. But I don't see a whole lot in that one that I like on initial glance, so we're going to move on. Jays Pirates. Pirates minus 118. We have them. They're minus 112 on the line. If you're taking the Pirates against the Blue Jays, I know it's Paul Skeens, but I feel like it got to be in plus money to be taking that play. It's got to be plus 100 plus. I just can't trust the Pirates, even with Skeens out there. against one of the best records, the second best record in baseball. It's not because Skeens is going to get hit around. It's because I don't know how the Pirates score runs. That's the root cause here, is that the Pirates just, how do they score runs? Yeah, man, I don't know. Against Skeens, let's see how any of these guys match up. Skeens did get hit around against the Brewers in his last start, but look at these numbers. 30th ranked strikeout opponent. Yeah, I'm going for 5 strikeouts. Oh, God. These numbers are outstanding, obviously. I want to say Vladdy gets a hit, but I don't. We don't take pitchers versus Blue Jays? Yeah, I don't. I would say that's a good idea, Seba. Even Paul Skeens. So I was thinking about maybe his under. That's where my pause was, is do I take him under 6.5 strikeouts? Although, you look at the line, it's minus 180. So probably you don't. That's not really a good line. If that moves to being under 5.5 at plus money, it might be worth looking at. It might be, if you can get Skeens under 5.5 at a really good price, it might be worth looking at as a long shot, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really a huge fan of any of the Toronto batters today. Like maybe Vladdy gets a hit, but I mean, yeah, not against Skeens. And then Pirates, like I just said earlier, I don't know how they score runs here. I really don't know the path to the Pirates scoring any runs against Kevin Gausman. Let's see. Tommy Pham matches up really well. Tommy Pham matches up really well here. 1 for 8 only, though, in his history. Yeah. I other than that, his pitch mix is good, but I mean, outside of that, there's not really any player props in this game either. This one's not a flashy, exciting offensive matchup. And then Skeens has the hardest matchup he's going to have all year, probably, in terms of strikeouts. So, probably a game that we're going to end up fading. So, Game 4, Astros Tigers. Tigers minus 154, plus 130 for the Astros. Okay. Once again, both sides of this money line are outside of our window of positive expected value here. Both of them are outside of our window. Flaherty versus Arrighetti. Flaherty's he's gotten better. He was a little bit of a meatball thrower. Another really tough matchup for strikeouts. 22nd ranked matchup out of 30. So another really tough matchup for strikeouts. But he does strike out 28% of batters he faces, which is one of the highest rates in the MLB. So what's his strikeout line? Even though he has a tough matchup, if it's a favorable line, 6.5. Oof. It is plus money, plus 116 at 6.5, but it's a bit high. If it was 5.5, I'd say I'm in on it, but I don't know about Flaherty at the 6.5 line. It's a bit tough. You could do it at plus money though. I wouldn't take it anything worse than like plus 120, 115. But it's doable. Very tough though. Pena 5.94 on the pitch mix. I like Pena a lot today. Pena against righties hitting 317. He's 2 for 12 versus Flaherty in the last 3 years, but right now he's matching up actually pretty decent on the pitch mix. Almost a 6 out of 10 rating. It's mainly that fastball. Jeremy Pena hits 4-seamers, fastballs, 3.09 runs above average per 100 pitches, which is outstanding. It's a really, 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 really good metric. But that's kind of the only pitch he hits. He's very average against everything else. Luckily, the one pitch he struggles against, the cutter, Jack does not throw it. So, Pena could be a really good shout today for hits, runs, and RBIs, total bases, or a hit for those general prop metrics. Altuve also could be solid for a hit or hits, runs, and RBIs. I really don't mind Altuve here. His pitch mix a little low at the 4.56 mark. It's not terrible, though. It's not terrible. Yeah, I don't mind Altuve today. 5 for 10 versus Flaherty with a home run, too. Yeah, I think Altuve is a pretty good... He's a pretty good option today for general props. What's his home run odds? He's the highest home run odds on this team at 11%. But his home run odds on the book is plus 680. Yeah, it's not terrible. Plus 750. Yeah, there it is. Plus 750 on MGM. Plus 750. It's not a bad long shot. It's about in line what we have. Just over an 11% chance to hit a home run. So, if you're looking for like a mega long shot, Altuve could be there. But I like him a lot more for general props today for hits, runs, and RBIs. Kind of a big drop-off on the pitch mixes for the rest of the team, though. On the other side, Carpenter and Green always look pretty good against a righty for hits, runs, and RBIs. They always match up really well against righties. So you could take Carey or Riley Green for general props today. Don't really love them for homers unless, let's see what their odds are. Plus 400 for Carey, okay. Riley's plus 440. Yeah, those are a little bit outside of where I'd want to get them at. I want them to be a little higher than that. But hey, it's good to see. It's good to see the books actually giving you decent odds on home runs today. But it is a minus 20% weather factor, so probably not hitting homers here today. We're probably not hitting home runs here today, if we're being completely honest. Yeah, probably not. But general props, these two look really good. Don't mind Colt Keith either to get a hit today, or Gleyber Torres. So really anyone in the top 4 of this order to get a hit looks pretty good. For total bases or hits, runs, and RBIs, Kerry Carpenter, Riley Green. And then Arrighetti for strikeouts. Tigers, they actually are a good matchup here. The 5th overall strikeout rank. But Arrighetti, I mean, the strikeout rate this year is only 9. It's average. 19%. His line's 5.5. Yeah, that's too high. I'm only going for 5 strikeouts here today. Projected K is 5. So maybe not on Arrighetti for overs. An under could be okay. Game 5, Mariners Phillies. Gilbert going up against Suarez. Ooh. No wonder these homer probabilities have been so tough today. 2 good pitchers again. Holy cow. Gilbert's home run rate, 3%. Okay, it's about average. Suarez's home run rate, 1%. Almost 2%. So, you're debating between Schwarber or Cal for a home run? I don't know, man. Let's look at it. First, actually, let's look at the money line. Phillies minus 109. Phillies are minus 112 on the line. So, God, once again, they are squeezing on these money lines today. They are squeezing us on the money lines today. Sorry, I'm changing the music. There we go. Yeah, they're squeezing here. Red Sox sold yesterday. Seba, I saw you post that slip. I did not reply to it. in the Discord. But I don't know how many times I got to say it. MLB teams at minus 220, minus 230, minus 240 money lines lose more than they win at that price point. You hear me say it on the stream every day. Whenever I see a team that's like minus 200, I'm like, they're not worth it. Don't take it. If you see a team in the minus 200s, stay away. It doesn't hit. It just doesn't hit. Minus 200, the break even on that is like 60-something percent. They're not winning the game 60% of the time at that odds. They're just not. So, just because it looks like it should hit because it's a heavy... Look at what I took yesterday. Let's just look at what I took yesterday and what hit. The one money line play I posted yesterday, plus 101, minus 168, and a minus 137. Nothing even close to minus 200. Right? Nothing even close. And this was a pretty sweat-free. I mean, the Dodgers almost blew it, but I mean, they're up 5-0. Like, relatively, I mean, the closest game here was the Royals having to put up 4 runs in the 8th inning. They were down 1-0 or 2-0. But point being, I don't ever take those minus 200s and I cash, like, look at a plus 101, hit 110-4. It was a great play. We had it modeled out to Rangers should have been favored here, and it hit. So look for stuff like this where it's not minus 250. Just because it looks, if you throw together 5, let me just show you the math actually real quick. This should help you out a lot. And you have access to this. You have access to this. You have access to this on rudebets.com. Edge calculator. If you want to add 5 legs or whatever, right? Like you have, like, say you have, because I see you were doing like a minus 250, like a minus 1980, a minus 220, a minus 150 or 160, a minus 300, right? Because they all look like they should hit because they're all these juicy odds. You still only have a 14% chance that that hits. The more legs you add, the lower chance that they all hit happens because you have to multiply all these probabilities happening against each other. So the math on a play like this, on the slip, it looks like, oh, these are all really heavy favorited plays. They should all hit. But reality that all of them hit is only 14%. See what I'm saying? So really, you want to focus on like 2, maybe 3 legs. But if you're doing like a 101, a minus 168, and a minus 137, which is what we had, 18% chance. There's a better chance that my slip hit than yours. And I had nothing even close to a minus 200. The more legs you add, I don't care if they're minus 500s. You just keep dropping that probability down that they all hit. So you can use this tool here and figure out how it is. So that goes for everybody watching the video. Like, stay away from like the 10 leg minus 250 whatevers. They don't work. All this on the app or his website? It's all on rudebets.com, yeah. It is all on rudebets.com. So this here, and then there's another tab called Simulation Tools. Right here. So the MLB simulator's there, the edge calculator's there. The MLB simulator is what we're looking at now as well for like all the data points, but then if you want to see like the math part, the reason you would use this is if you're looking at, so say like I have a team at minus 137 and the book has them at minus 110, right? So now it tells you that you have a 5% better chance of the play hitting than what the book's paying you. So that's why you would use this tool, is like if you're doing a parlay and you like stack together 3 plays that have good value, right? And then you go look at what the book has them at. When I say like, oh yeah, that's a good price, right? Say the book has them at like minus 135, and then the book has this play at like minus 120. So now you're seeing that the book is paying you plus 509 for a play that we think should be priced at plus 374. So you're getting 4.68% expected value on the play. So that's why you would use this calculator, right? So you put in the odds from like these odds right here. That's what the Rude Bets odds are. Or if you click on a player, these odds right here, that's what the Rude Bets odds are for the lines. So if you want to see what your positive expected value is on the play, you put those lines in on the Rude Bet side over here, and then you put whatever you have on the book that they're going to pay you for that line over here, and it'll tell you what your value is. It can even tell you how much to bet too. So you have $1,000 in there. You can choose whatever betting system you want, like full Kelly, half Kelly, quarter Kelly. It'll tell you like, okay, put 1170 on this based on the edge. Now, if this was like plus 150, right? Say it's like a massive edge. Obviously, that amount goes up. Now it's $22. So, yeah, it's a good tool to use if you're looking to find the math behind it all. Anyways, in this game for props, there's nothing on the money line really. No value, no positive expected value. Because if we go back here one more time, this is the last time I'll show this. We have them at minus 109. Book has them at minus 112. So Negative 0.68% expected value on that. Cal for home runs okay today, 21%. His odds are plus 250 though, so that is negative expected value. You're paying plus two. You're getting paid plus 250 on a line that you should be getting paid plus 376. So not a great play, but he is the number one probability here. Suarez sitting at plus 285. That's horrendous as well. Kyle Schwarber, his line is plus 250. Once again, not really good value for the Schwarbomb today. Not really good value for the Schwarbomb today. Yeah. Not a huge fan. This game's just ugly. Look at all the hits, runs, and RBIs too. And the pitch mixes. I would say if for this one, Mariners maybe just look at hits, runs, and RBIs for like Naylor or Raleigh or Randy, but that's about it. These guys all have really good batting averages versus left-handed pitching. So those three are for a hit or hits, runs, and RBIs. That's kind of all I would do for this game. It's the only place there's any sort of value. Game 6, Orioles, Red Sox. Orioles plus 100, Red Sox minus 118. Trevor Rogers going up against Dustin May. Why do we have the Orioles so heavily favored? Well, I'll tell you what, Orioles at plus 100 is a pretty good play. Pretty good play. Trevor Rogers is... Look at these numbers. I'll give you all a minute. Just look at these numbers. Strikeouts, whatever. That's fine. He's average. But home runs, not even a percent of batters that he faces hit a home run. Hits, only 15% of the batters get a hit. Doesn't really walk anybody. Half the rate that everyone walks, the league average walks a batter. And runs, only 0.16 runs per inning pitched. The guy's outstanding. This is a crazy play. Minus 209 versus plus 100. This is 17% expected value on this play. 17% better than what... you're getting paid 17% more than what you should. So, Orioles on the money line I really, really like today. This feels like a name value play. I don't even understand because the Orioles offense is pretty solid. They just called up their two best prospects, Beavers and Basallo. I'm in on the Orioles today. Look at these pitch mixes for the Red Sox. Who do you take against Trevor Rogers? No one talks about him because he's on a bad team. But if Trevor Rogers was on the Dodgers or was on the Red Sox or was on like the Yankees or the Mets, all you would hear about is Trevor Rogers being in the Cy Young talks. But since he's on a bad team, no one talks about him. Dustin May, he's nothing special. Dustin May is nothing special. I mean, he's pretty much average in every category. Average, a little better than average for strikeouts. Home runs, he's average. Hits, he's average. Walks, he's average. Yeah, I like the Orioles to win this game. Westberg, Gunnar, both look great today for general props. Jackson Holiday also. These top three, all for hits, runs, and RBIs, look good. And then Rogers on strikeouts, I have him at about 5. I don't know what his line is. Let's see. It's probably 5.5. It is 5.5. Yeah, I don't love him over 5.5 today, but yeah, Orioles look great today. White Sox, Braves. Strider against Yondris Gomez. You have Gunnar for a hit? I like it. Braves minus 139. Yeah. So you asked about the Braves earlier. Minus 139 is what we have the Braves at. Book has them at minus 210. Negative 9% expected value on this play if you were to take the Braves on the money line today. So, not a good price on the Braves money line at all at minus 210. We do like them to win this game, 58% chance, but that opens the door for 42% chance the White Sox win the game. A lot of props today on the White Sox look pretty good against Strider, specifically Colson Montgomery for a home run or Lennon Sosa for a home run. Talkman looks really good today for hits, runs, and RBIs or a hit. Strider's not a big hit giver upper, but he does give up home runs. 4% of batters have hit a home run on him this year. His strikeout numbers are good, though. His strikeout numbers are good. 26% of batters face, he strikes out. His line is 7.5. That's crazy. I'd go under 7.5. There's no way. But I do like Lennon Sosa, and I like Colson Montgomery today for a home run. On the other side, Acuna, 22% chance at a homer. Not bad. Not bad. He is just coming back from injury, though, so a bit risky. I wouldn't be taking a guy at plus 290 who just came back from injury. I do not mind him, though, today for like total bases or for hits, runs, and RBIs. For a hit? Well, Seba, come in here and look, buddy. You got it right here. Is it minus 274? What's Acuna's hit line? I'm showing you exactly how to do this. This is how you got to look at these plays. You can't just take him for a hit because he's projected for a hit. You got to take him for a hit because the price is good. Minus 350. Okay, so that's negative expected value. Minus 274 versus minus 350. We have him with a 73% chance to get one. The book is paying you at a 77% chance to get one. So, I mean, both are really high, right? Like, we still have him getting a hit 73% of the time, but you are losing money on the play at a 4.52% rate. You know, you got to look at these almost like stocks. You got to look at plays like stocks almost. Like, would you invest in a company that's going to return you negative 4% for every dollar you invest? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. Like, if I told you go buy some Apple stock, but over the next year, you're going to lose 4% of your money you put in on it, you're going to be like, no, why would I do that? It's the same concept. The same concept. You got to look at these numbers mathematically. Everybody, you got to that's why you sign up for rootbets.com is because you get those probabilities. Nobody else is giving you that. Nobody else is giving you those probabilities for any batter, for any prop. But that's how you find the value. Like, look at Matt Olson. I wonder what his hit line is. Fair value for him, minus 203. You're probably going to get negative expected value there, too. Hits are pretty hard to find positive expected value, though. Lennon Sosa probably is a good one. Let's see what Lennon Sosa is for a hit. Let's see what Lennon Sosa is for a hit. Batter hits, Lennon Sosa, minus 271. Lennon Sosa for a hit's minus 220. So there's a good play. That's a good hits play. Minus 220. We have him at minus 271. That's a good play. The problem is a lot of the big name guys, it's really hard to find good value for hits because the books know. They put a tax on Acuna, on Judge, on Cal Raleigh because they know like the average bettor is just going to say, oh, it's Ronald Acuna. He's going to get a hit. You know what I mean? The average bettor is not going to actually look into the data. Baldwin, minus 230. That might be okay. Yeah, no, a little bit negative. So you got to play around. You got to dig. You got to dig deep here if you want to win. Game 8 Rangers Royals. You got to dig deep if you want to win. Royals minus 113, plus 113. Okay, they're squeezing us here again because Royals are minus 126 and the Rangers are plus 108. So they're squeezing us on the money line here. Nerfy could be decent. What's the first inning runs? Minus 136. Nerfy is plus 100. That's not a bad play. If you're a Nerfy fan, this could be a good Nerfy game for y'all. You're getting plus 100 on this one. 57% chance that it's a Nerfy. We got Waka going up against Jack Leiter. Low home run probabilities, again, as we've seen pretty much across the entire board today, and as indicated by the odds today. Most of the odds across the board are generally pretty favorable, but that's because the probabilities are all pretty low. If we look at this one, something to consider here, 1.632023. What is this pitch mix from Waka? What has he got going here? His changeup is nasty. I see. So Waka's got a nasty changeup, which is really hurting pitch mixes for a lot of these guys. And 1 in 4 pitches is a changeup from him. So that's why you see such low pitch mixes for these guys. Seager, 1 for 8, as an example there. Yeah, I probably would probably would stay away from Texas batters today. Bobby Witt Jr., he has a 5.27, looks pretty good on the pitch mix. Yeah, that curveball he dominates, and the changeup. For a hit for him, he's probably in the 300s, right? Yeah, Bobby Witt, his line's 1.5, plus 140. Jeez. So yeah, plus 170 would be fair odds for over 1.5 hits. They're giving him at plus 140, so that's another rough play. Yeah, you got to dig through those, man. You got to dig through those. But we still like him for a hit today. I mean, it's just going to be a negative expected value play. Game 9, Dodgers-Rockies. I mean, okay, so this is an interesting one. Well, they are minus 290 on the money line, so we pretty much have them with a 75% chance to win. So does the book. It's fair value, but I wouldn't do it. It's fair value. I just can't justify it. If you're going to do anything, I would just take them minus 1.5. Get a little something out of it. Ohtani looks good today to hit total bases. His line's probably chalked. The real play here, I think, is Teoscar for a homer. Yamamoto should do good. Yeah, Yamamoto should have a good game today. 8 strikeouts. This is a game where you can just stack Pages, Hernandez, Freddie, Mookie, Shohei. All these guys should clear their hits, runs, and RBIs today. They all should get hits. This is a game where you could stack. 7 as a straight. He should get there. He should get there. For the Rockies, yeah. Against Yamamoto, I don't know, man. Tyler Freeman for a hit maybe looks pretty solid. I'm sure you could get some good odds on it, but other than that, not a huge fan. All right, let's get through this. Reds, Angels. Not a huge fan of this one. Reds on the money line looks pretty good. Minus 112. I do like the Reds on the money line today. But other than that, probably stay away from this one for props. Noel V. Marte could be a decent long shot for a home run, though. Giants, Padres. Oh, hold on. I'm getting a call. I'll be right back. I got to take this. Sorry. Give me 2 minutes. All right, we're back. Sorry. We probably won't have a stream tomorrow, by the way. I have a appointment in the morning, so I don't think I'll be able to make a stream. But Giants, Padres. In this one, I do like the Giants to win this game. Plus 120 as a dog. I don't mind that. Robbie Ray going up against Cortez. We just saw this matchup last week. Padres took it. Cortez looked great. I I like them to get their get back today. I think it's a good day today for Giants batters. Devers for a homer, Willie Adames for a homer, Flores for a homer. Any of these guys look pretty solid today against Cortez. On the other side, I know they got after him last time. I don't think they get after Robbie Ray today. Probably. I'll probably end up doing some money line stuff today, yeah. I do like the Giants as a dog today, though, plus 120. I think it's good value. And then Guardians D-backs.